when Anissa really decided to do that thing to Invincible. By the way, Omni-Man and Debbie have actually moved their home to the moon since Omni-Man's returned, because he was not exactly welcomed back on Earth after, We find ourselves watching Omni-Man and Invincible going at it. It's not a fight this time, but a grueling raw power arm wrestling match. The sheer force of their hands locked together is evident, shaking everything around them. Invincible, straining, tells him, "Well, what did I tell you?" And Omni-Man replies, his voice low and confident, that he's impressed Invincible has lasted this long, but he assures him he will wear him down soon enough. Invincible, however, is feeling cocky. Calling him an old man, he says, "I could do this all night." Then the mood shifts completely. Suddenly, Invincible sees Anissa out in the vacuum of space, far above them, gazing down. Her presence is unnerving. It's like she's spying on him and Omni-Man, or maybe even deliberately teasing him. With that one momentary glance at Anissa, Invincible's concentration breaks and he loses his essential grip. He loses his grip and Omni-Man seizes the advantage, slamming his son's arm down with immense force, crushing the entire Italian maple table beneath them, declaring, "I have won." Debbie immediately yells, "Oh, come on, was that really necessary? I really loved that table." Omni-Man says, "Sorry, I guess I don't know my own strength." Invincible uses this moment to bring up the larger political situation. He asks his dad, "Is your leadership of the Viltrumite Empire dependent on you being the strongest?" Omni-Man tells him, "No, that was the old way. Why?" Invincible simply says he was just curious. Invincible tries to locate Anissa again, but she is nowhere to be found, having vanished as quickly as she appeared. Now let's jump ahead and see what happens in the very next issue. The scene shifts to downtown, where Invincible and the entire Guardians of the Globe team are embroiled in a massive city battle. They're fighting a grotesque monster named Seismic on the busy streets, with every hero engaging on the ground. Monster Girl is baffled by the strange new villains, asking a nearby teammate, "Who are these people?" Robot, now fully developed as the super intelligent Rex, quickly identifies the situation. He informs the team that the female referred to herself as Volcanikka and the male as Seismic. Rex reports, "He's clearly undergone some kind of unstable transformation, and since we have faced him before, that leads me to believe that we are somehow facing a new, much more dangerous and improved version of Doc Seismic." Invincible flies in, responding to Rex. While that explains the giant monster, so he's back to his old tricks. Rex directs him with urgent commands. "You're our heavy hitter, Invincible. I need you to focus entirely on that monster. Shut it down. The structural integrity of those surrounding buildings is critically compromised. They could collapse at any second. We need to stop its rampage now if we have any hope of getting those remaining people evacuated." Invincible replies, "On it." As Invincible accelerates, Volcanikka suddenly grabs him, her new strength surprising him. She declares that in her new enhanced form, she will finally be able to kill Invincible. Invincible recognizes her despite the transformation, telling her he can't decide if she looks uglier now or before. He quickly realizes she is stronger than before, but he throws her away powerfully, saying, "But not strong enough." Now Invincible directs his full attention to the main target, concentrating on Seismic. Shouting a challenge at the beast, he cries, "Now ugly, you're mine," and rushes toward the monster at full speed. Just as Invincible is about to deliver the final killing blow, a blur of motion overtakes him. We see a powerful being tear straight through it, crushing Seismic completely in a gruesome display of power. The monster is utterly dead. The rest of the Guardians of the Globe heroes continue to focus on saving and rescuing the trapped civilians. As the smoke and dust finally settle, the powerful figure is revealed. It's Anissa. Invincible hovers nearby, still reeling from the sudden turn of events, and asks, genuinely intrigued, "So that was you?" Anissa simply agrees, "Yes." Invincible, with his clothes torn, approaches her. "What are you doing here? Are you trying to undermine my father? I saw you spying on him earlier." Anissa maintains her calm, gently smiling as she replies, "I will never spy on your father. I was watching you." With that, she takes Invincible completely by surprise, quickly rushes forward and kisses him without his consent. Then she calmly moves away. Invincible, furious, yells, "Hey, not cool really." Anissa tells him, "That's funny, I didn't see any resistance." She then flies off, vanishing into the sky, saying, "Be seeing you." We are left with Invincible, who is clearly conflicted by the encounter, but we know of course what will happen next. By the way, if you want to find out what happens next, tell me which comic book universe you'd want me to cover in the next video, Marvel or DC. What do you think? Please be sure to like, share and subscribe. It really helps us a lot to grow. Thank you.